on, sports fans? You're listening to another episode of Nights at the Round Table, where the debate is great, but if you lose, the winner seals your fate. My name's Jason Weber. I'm here with the crowd, not the original crowd. We got an addition. What's up? Zacky Boy's with us today. What's up, Zach?
What's going on, guys? Thanks for having me.
Welcome.
No problem.
And then we got the other two jabronis with us. What's up, fellas?
I'm here. I'm ready. I want a shot at the champ.
I'm like Sean, baby.
Well, that's his decision.
Silence, golden.
All right. Well, Tookie won it last time, the girl race. So
Let's start with my
who do you
main
take
man,
first
Weber.
off? Oh, I like it. All right, Matty, Zach, what do we got as our topic here? Actually, you know what? We're gonna start off. I forgot. I'm sorry. We're gonna start off with our Super Bowl picks.
The champ is here.
So we'll let
As
the
most people
champ go
probably
first.
already know, I am a Peyton Manning fan, so I will go with the Broncos. I really don't see the Seattle's defense be able to stop them, as a lot of people is predicting to happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a score with that also. I'm gonna go with 35.
Ooh, dang. I also got Broncos. They've been doing it all season. That weak side of
Matty
the
D?
Seattle Seahawks defense can hang with Welker and Decker. So I'm going to pick Peyton Manning 31-24.
I guess I'm going to have to agree with everybody else and go with the Broncos as well. I can't
All right,
put
Zach.
money against the living legend of Peyton Manning, so I'm saying 27-21 Denver.
Yeah, you know what? Why don't we make it 4 for 4? I'm going to go with Denver on this one. I'm going with it for two reasons. One, Denver has 4 players that have played in the Super Bowl, 2 on each side of the ball, and Seattle has 0. And 2, Seattle's offense is similar to New England, and we all saw how that went a couple weeks ago. So I'm going with Denver. I actually didn't put a score to it, but if I had to, I don't think it's going to be as high scoring as you guys because I don't think the
Unanimous.
weather will permit that. So I'm going to go 24-17 Denver. And last time, I think the last 2 times, all four of us picked the
That just
team
shows
to
we know what we're
win. I
talking
think
about.
they've won. So I think we're complete 4-0 on that through the playoffs. All right. Well, now that
Yeah, I picked
yeah, most of
San
the
Francisco.
time, man. I knew what I was talking about up till the
I
championship
would have
week.
picked the San Francisco if they would have played Cisco, but it's just something about them in Seattle that I just wouldn't pick that ever.
Yep.
There was no
Yeah.
way San Francisco could have been on the same field with Peyton without Navarro Bowman, though. So it happened the way it was supposed to.
Man,
That was
All
a bad injury, man.
Ugh, it's gross. All right, y'all ready for y'all's little...
that's true. That's truth right there.
Yes.
All right, since we're unanimous 4 for 4, I would like the two of y'all to debate Peyton Manning's legacy.
Let's do it, too.
You can start, Weber.
You want to kick it off? All right, I'll start. Well, since Tookie is going to see as not written, I think, I'm going to take it as it's unwritten as well. I don't think, you can write a legacy really until the guy's career is over, which he still has a couple years left, if not more than that. But even if it was written, I don't know. I don't understand why people would say it was tainted. I mean, he's on his 3rd Super Bowl. He's 1-1. If he wins, he's 2-1. He's broken God knows how many records. And the guy is a living legend. Like Zack said, I don't know what his legacy
I'm
will
glad
be.
you
I
decided
don't
to
think
go
it's
that
written
route
yet.
because
But even
actually,
if it was,
I'm going to say it's already
he's the man.
I don't think anything that happened in the Super Bowl game will dictate Peyton Manning's legacy because a lot of people like to bring up his 11-11 postseason record, which, truth be told, that's right. But at the same time, when a lot of people try to pick Tom Brady over Peyton Manning, they forget that Tom Brady had a defense every season when they were winning those Super Bowls. So if you think about it, Peyton Manning only had one legitimate season where the defense was good, and that was when they won the Super Bowl, and they didn't even start clicking until the playoffs. So it's kind of like this Broncos team. So if I was, like you said, he broke all these records, and they call him the greatest regular season quarterback of all time, which, who can argue with that? But As far as legacy goes, I don't think nothing that can happen at this game can say that he's not one of the greatest quarterbacks ever to come back off of neck surgery and lead the back 13 in the AFC. So I just think it's already done.
So you don't think if
Honestly,
say he wins this year,
honestly,
and then goes back and wins next year,
I think so.
you don't think that his legacy
no
will go from one of the greatest
right now,
to
this point,
the greatest?
you
don't think there's any gap? You think he's reached his peak, so he should
go
just
that route with Joe Montana.
Sunday
No
and
matter what
retire.
Peyton Manning does, he will never be able to go 4 for 4 in this bowl. Kind of like Jordan wins 6, it's done. He will always be number 2 behind Joe Montana.
Y'all.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I guess if you look at it that way, but if you look at it as, okay, he's got all the regular season numbers, best regular season quarterback, so you're saying he just can't be that best postseason quarterback. You're saying that's Joe
I don't
Montana's.
think he's already the greatest regular season, hands down. But
Okay.
like I said, he can never be both. No.
Would you think as cumulative regular season and postseason, he can't be regarded as the greatest
Yeah, I
of all
feel
time?
the record 2-1 in
so?
the Super Bowl is a lot better than 1-2. So, do y'all have any?
No, I like his legacy.
I think he wins.
If
I think he
loses,
wins this week, and then they go back and win next year. He is.
That's just my personal
I think
opinion.
he
If he loses this Sunday, I think his legacy hit. Being that regular season greatest quarterback of all time, that's not how I view Peyton Manning. I view him as just one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. I didn't grow up watching Joe Montana, so I really can't tell you much about him. I just know he had a hell of a wide receiver coach in Jerry Rice and Bill Walsh, and a great play outside of that. But I think Peyton Manning loses the Super Bowl. Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, could possibly when their career is over with, could say, hey, they played in Peyton. But if Peyton wins it, I think he rides off to the sunset. He could retire and be considered greatest in my eyes.
All right. From what I heard, I'm gonna have to give it to Weber because he's at the top of his game right now. So there's no way he's done going if his neck allows him to. So I give that Weber, hands down.
Well, I didn't say he was done. I said his legacy is rich.
Yeah, but 2-1 in the Super Bowl is a lot different than 1-2 in the Super Bowl. People
right, so I think
view that a lot
with me.
differently because he can still do the same thing he did next year. Yeah, it has a lot to do with it.
What if he doesn't play? What if he doesn't play?
Who's to say he's gonna win next year though? If he win this game tomorrow, he's gonna be 2-1. Joe Montana was 4 for 4.
Yeah, exactly. But Peyton's not done yet. Yeah, it's not done, dude.
But okay, so explain this to me. So if he wins tomorrow, is he number 1 or number 2 all time? Well, it's not that this week.
Hey, you can't even.
Yeah, I'm not saying
rank them
I'm not
until
saying
Brady's
he
done
can't,
with his
but I'm
career
saying
and Peyton's done with
his
his career.
legacy's
Until
not
that's
written.
mystery.
He's not done yet.
If he wins Sunday, I think he's on track to being the greatest ever over Montana, in my opinion.
Well, if he wins tomorrow, I don't know what's going on because the game's not till Sunday. So,
and during the non-salary cap era, like it's just different circumstances.
Yeah, I mean, he'll be 2-1.
Years of the NFL,
Got it. So,
because Ben Roethlisberger's got 2 Super Bowls. We don't, he's got more rings. Eli Manning's got more rings than Peyton Manning, but we both know damn well they don't compare to Peyton Manning's legacy. Like they're not even close to being the quarterback Peyton Manning was.
Oh yeah, that's why I didn't even bring them up.
Yeah, no need to.
Just because I think if he loses the Super Bowl, let's say his back for some reason doesn't allow him to play next year, that's going to take a big hit on his legacy because that's all I remember Peyton Manning by. A great regular season, arguably the best season anyone's ever seen done by a quarterback, but then loses on the biggest stage in the Super Bowl against a great defense in cold weather.
Yep.
I think that takes a big hit.
All right. So, Zach, do you agree with Matt? You'd give me that debate?
I'm taking some
the way it's going today, I'm probably gonna lose. That was stupid.
All right. Well, surprise, surprise. I'm going back to the championship. And
Are
Tookie,
athletes
looks like
overpaid?
you're fighting for your life. I think
I'll let you start,
if
Zach. Go
Davis
for it.
makes it, you better
I would
watch out. You
say
might be having a
no.
little ginger picture.
I
It's your
feel
pro.
like if you take the NBA for example, there's 30 team players in each team, about 450 players in
All
the
right.
world do what they do,
All right, let's
and it
see.
takes a
We got
specific skill
Matty Boy
set
versus
to
Zack.
be good.
And
People forget how good
Tookie, you
these
want to give
NBA
him the
players
topic or you
are.
want me to?
You know, I know it's guaranteed money,
All right.
but I feel like most of them are underpaid for what they do. For example, LeBron James, making as much money as they do for the league, I just feel like they are. I think they're underpaid.
Is that all you got?
For now.
Okay. Well, I do think that athletes are overpaid big time. I mean, I can totally feel for having the medical coverage at the end of their career because they need that. But during the run of, yeah, they're making way too much money, and there are people that work so much than them, everyday jobs that aren't getting shit compared to them. My bad for cussing. Let's take a hit on that one. But I mean, they have a responsibility to go out and perform. They make plenty of money. They can call a number whenever they want, get picked up, eat whatever they want for free. They have a great life. They should get it on the back end of their career, except not get so much front. All the careers that just got ruined because they got so money up front and they ruined it. There's countless number of examples. That guy from the Celtics who OD'd the night after he got drafted. It's just that money could be spent so much other ways to help out communities because they make some way money in my opinion. Gilbert Arenas making $20 million that year. That's ridiculous. Kobe Bryant making 25 million just for rehabbing Achilles. Yeah, there's way more
30.
examples. There's
They,
way more
they, they
examples
earn
of
that money.
athletes getting overpaid compared to athletes getting underpaid.
But you have to think about it. The NBA, for example, is a worldwide sport. There's 6 billion people on this world, but there's only 450 NBA players. That's such a small sample size of how many people can actually play in the NBA. Yeah, you're going to get paid millions and millions of dollars. They're entertainers. We watch them. We go to the games. We buy the food.
Perks they get on the
We watch
screen,
them on
they don't
streaming.
need those
TV history.
humongous $20 million contract on their team because they can just sign a deal with Nike if they're really
But
if they want to be
how much money,
businessmen.
how much money teams make, Teams make much money off of these players. So much money off endorsement deals or jerseys and TV ratings. It's insane. Like the Lakers getting, LA Dodgers getting TV deals. People tune in and watch. They want to watch their players. They wear jerseys on their back. They support their team and their favorite players that they love to watch.
Okay,
It's
but
just
why do they always get paid the exact like they get paid perfectly no matter if they have a terrible season or if they have a phenomenal season? They get paid the same. Shouldn't be different, like incentive based. Like you pay Kevin Durant the most money right now, you pay LeBron James the second money. It doesn't make sense when all these are getting that much different money, and it's just when if they're really that good, you can become a
well,
multi-millionaire endorsements.
that's a collective bargaining agreement. That's what they agreed to. You can't hold the players accountable for that. That's like saying my boss, I agreed to something. Once I sign that contract, I expect to get my money. I busted my ass to get to that point. Like I know that all these guys they don't manage their money very well because look where they came from. But they've got a certain skill that nobody in the world has. They're either 7 feet tall or they can bust their ass on the court on the field. Better than anybody. So, and people tune in to watch it and buying all the merchandise, they will make as much money as they did before.
At some point, when Alex Rodriguez is making $200,000 every time he's striking out, compared to Kershaw before last year, he wasn't getting paid anything and striking out everybody. There's just a huge discrepancy in that, and that just I feel they do make too much money.
If you're Alex Rodriguez and the team offered you $10 million, $300 million, are you not going to say no? Not knowing how good you're going to be 5 years from now? That's the real team's move, because regardless, people are still buying A-Rod jerseys. There's still diehard A-Rod fans after the scandals. Like that's just we're fanatics. We're fanatics about these guys. That's why they call us fans. We're obsessed. That's just what it is.
I feel medically and get paid enough to live, but if they want to make their own money, they can sign all sorts of contracts and stuff like that with other organizations to promote their brand instead of taking so much money from the team. In my opinion, that's all I got to say.
Brian James, $90 million out of high school from Nike. That's just the way it is, man. If you're an athlete, get paid. If you're an athlete or entertainer, you get your millions, regardless if people buy your shit or buy your thing.
I am done.
I'm done. That's good.
This was a kind of a hard one for me. I would have to go with Davis on this one, just because I looked it up